So today we're going to start with one more type of problems in friction, and that is belt friction. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So some digress from this problem. Before we start solving this problem, let me revise some things. So let us say a belt is passing over a pulley. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Uh, and let us say the impending motion is in this direction. 1 minute. Impending motion is in this direction. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Uh, so if impending motion is in this direction, then the part of the belt on impending motion side has tension T1, let us say, and the part of the belt on the other side has tension T2. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Then we have discussed this during our experiment on belt friction. So I would ask you to refer to that video. But uh, let me summarize it. See, this T1 is greater than T2. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
And this T1 we call it as tight side. Happy.
Yes, sir.
And this T2 we call it as slack side of the belt. Happy.
Yes, sir.
And then what is the relationship between T1 and T2? The relationship between T1 and T2 is T1 upon T2 is equal to e raised to mu s beta, where mu s is the coefficient of static friction between belt and the pulley or belt and the pipe. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And what is beta? So for beta, I need to draw radia vectors at the point of contact and separation of the belt. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
और जिस साइड में बेल्ट का लैप है उस साइड का जो एंगल है दैट एंगल व्हेन एक्सप्रेस्ड इन रेडियंस दैट इज बीटा. आर यू विद मी?
Yes, sir.
So beta is called as angle of lap, and it is in radians. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So with this digress and with this quick revision of what we have discussed during belt friction, uh, let us now go. If I'm correct, I have also proven this relationship while we were discussing belt friction. Now, uh, let us go to this problem solution. So can you read the problem statement for me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go
A,
ahead.
a cable placed around three parallel pipes, knowing that the coefficient of friction are nu as 0.25, 0.20, determine determine the the smallest weight W for which equilibrium is maintained. B, the largest weight W that can be raised if pipe B is slowly rotated counterclockwise, with pipes A and C remain fixed.
So what has been asked? So there are two things given here, mu s and mu k. So what is mu s? Mu s is coefficient of static friction and mu k is coefficient of kinetic friction. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So when two bodies are moving along the surface in contact, we use coefficient of kinetic friction, that is specifically for part B of the problem. Whereas when the two bodies in contact are not moving with reference to each other and they are on verge of moving, that means the motion is impending. At that time, we use coefficient of static friction. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now let us start with the part A of the problem, solution of part A. So what is asked in part A? The smallest W for which the equilibrium is maintained. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
This is what is asked. That means I should find out that W for which the motion is impending. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Equilibrium maintained है क्या मतलब क्या है? I should find out that value of W for which the motion is impending. Now let us see what are the values at which motion will be impending. For example, let us say I go on increasing W. There will be one stage when W will start moving down and 50 lb mass will start getting lifted up. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Now, on the other hand, if I start reducing W systematically, a stage will reach when this 50 lb mass starts moving down and W gets lifted up. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So for smallest W, which of the which impending motion are we looking at? Can you tell me that? For smallest W to keep the system in equilibrium. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Keep the system in equilibrium. Which should be the direction of impending motion? Impending motion would then occur in this direction. Do you agree with me? As I go
Yes,
on
sir.
reducing W, there will be one value of W below, which if I take W, 50 lb force will pull it up.
Yes, sir.
So when it is said that find out the smallest W that maintains equilibrium, then the impending motion must be in this direction. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
If it would have been asked, what is the largest W that maintains the system in equilibrium? Then tell me.
Sir, it would be in the opposite direction.
Yes, then in that case, the impending motion would have been in opposite direction from 50 lb to W. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So this is the direction of impending motion for smallest W to keep the system in equilibrium. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So I will write it impending motion. So now, can you tell me, when I consider pipe A, which is T1 and which is T2? Bolo? This is the impending motion.
Yes,
So
sir.
for pipe A, which is T1, which is tight side and which is slack side? तो जरा देखो, हमने यहाँ पे जैसे मैंने बोला था, if impending motion is in this direction, then the side of bed on the impending motion side direction is tight side. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So this side is tight side and this side is slack side. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So this is going to be T1 as far as pipe A is concerned, and this is going to be T2 as far as pipe A is concerned. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Now, as far as pipe B is concerned, this becomes T1 and this becomes T2. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So this is equal to T1 as far as pipe B is concerned, and this becomes T2 as far as pipe B is concerned. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Now, as far as pipe C is concerned, this is T1 and this is T2. Do you agree with me? Sorry,
Yes,
this
sir.
is T1 and this is T2. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So this is going to be T1 as far as pipe C is concerned, and this is going to be T2 as far as pipe C is concerned. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Now, what is the information that I have on T1 as far as pipe A is concerned and T2 as far as pipe C is concerned? Chalo. So I will draw a free body diagram of only this much part of the weight. I will give a cut here. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So let me draw that free body diagram. So how does that free body diagram look like? This is 50 lb force. Happy?
Yes, sir.
50 pound force. And there is going to be tension in this string, so it must be pulling this part. This part must be pulling the part below because the string can carry only tension. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
And that tension is T1A. Happy?
Yes, sir.
The motion is still impending. So can I apply equations of equilibrium? Yes. So summation Fy must be equal to 0. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So that gives me T1A is equal to 50. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Similarly, now I am going to draw a free body diagram of this much part. So how does that free body diagram look like? Just give me a second. This is W. Happy?
Yes, sir.
And there is going to be tension. Therefore, this portion of the string must pull this portion by amount T2C. Happy?
Yes, sir.
And as the motion is impending, I can still apply equations of equilibrium, and summation Fy equal to 0 is going to give me T2C must be equal to W. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is done. Now, what is the relationship between T2A and T1A? So we already know the relationship T1A upon T2A. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Is equal to e raised to mu s, because there is no motion is impending, therefore coefficient of static friction beta for pipe A. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Now, can you tell me what is mu s? Mu s is already given in the problem. It is
0.25.
0.25. So this raised to 0.25. Can you tell me what is the beta for pipe A? Dekho, this is pipe A.
Yes, sir.
This is the first point. This is the second point. So this is the angle of lap. Do you agree
Yes.
with me?
Yes, sir.
So isn't it pi by 2?
Yes, sir.
So can I substitute beta equal to pi by 2? Happy?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, so can you tell me what is the value of T2A? It is going to be T1A. T1A is 50. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Divided by e raised to 0.25 into pi by 2. Can you do this calculation? Vedant?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, I'm not sure my answer is correct or not.
Okay, let me check. 1 minute. So if anyone else has got the answer, please let me know. So it is 50 divided by exponential. Where is exponential? 1 minute. E raised to.
33.76.
Okay, let me check it. 0.25 into 3.142 divided by 2. 33.75. What did you say, Shaunak?
76.
33.76. Yes, that's right. So this turns out to be 33.76 pounds. Are you with me, Vedant?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. So we have calculated the value of T2. Now, how do we get the value? What do we do with this? This value is also equal to T1B. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
T1B. So now, can I get the value of T2B? The answer is yes.
Yes.
So what I have to do is T1B divided by T2B. This must be equal to e raised to mu s into beta for pipe B. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So this is equal to e raised to, what is mu s? Mu s is 0.25. Can you tell me what is the value of beta for pipe B?
Bye.
Yes, because if I join this entire thing is going to be pi, 180 degrees. So
Yes, sir.
into pi. Now, what is the value of T1B? Sorry, T1B is already, we have found it out as 33.7. 33.76. So what is the value of T2B?
Yes, sir.
You can calculate and tell me the value of T2B.
Yes, sir. Sir, it's 15.39.
Okay. 1 minute. I will cross verify it so that 33.76 divided by e raised to 3 point, right. 15.39. Yes, you are right. So 15.39 LB Happy?
Yes, sir.
Now, but this T2B is also equal to T1C. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So therefore, I will call this as T1C. And for pipe C, if I now apply the equation T1C divided by T2C, this must be equal to e raised to BUS beta for pipe C. Happy?
Yes, sir.
That is equal to e raised to 0.25. What is beta for pipe C? Beta for pipe C
Pi by 2.
is again pi by 2. We agree 90 degree.
Yes, sir.
Here it is into pi by 2. What is the value of T1C? T1C we have already evaluated. It is 15.39. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Now, so what is the value of T2C?
10.39.
Okay. So T2C is equal to 10.39
39.
pounds, which is equal to W. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
We have already found out T2C is equal to W. So what is the smallest value of W that can keep the system in equilibrium? 10.39 pounds. So as long as the value of W is greater than 10.39 pounds, the system will remain in equilibrium. The moment the value drops below 10.39 pounds, there will be a commencement of motion from W to 50 lb. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Now let us look at part B. Can you read the part B once again for me?
The largest weight W that can be raised if pipe B is slowly rotated counterclockwise while pipe A and C remain fixed.
Yes. So we have to find out largest value of W now. So from where to where should the motion be impending? Tell me. Yes, Veda. Go ahead.
Yes, sir.
We have to find out largest value of W for which the motion will be impending in which direction. As I go on increasing W, I will reach a value where the motion will be impending from 50 lb to W. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So this is the direction of impending motion. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Impending motion. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
For largest W. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Largest W. For equilibrium. Largest W for equilibrium of the system. Now, so if this is the motion which is impending in direction, which is impending, let us now write down uh, which is tight side and slack side as far as pipe A is concerned. Tell me now, which is the tight side?
Sir, the one connecting AB.
Yes. So this is going to be T1A. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
And this is going to be T2A. T2 as far as pipe A is concerned. This is also going to be equal to
T2B.
T2B. And this is going to be equal to T1B for the given impending motion direction. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
This is also going to be equal to T2C. And this is going to be equal to T1C. Happy?
Yes, sir.
We will repeat the exercise of drawing free body diagram. So I draw the free body diagram of this much part. So this is 50 lb. Happy?
Yes, sir.
And I get therefore T2A has to be equal, summation Fy equal to 0 will ensure that T2A must be equal to 50 pounds. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Now, similarly, I will draw now free body diagram of this part. So if I draw the free body diagram, this is W, and here you are going to have T1C. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Summation Fy equal to 0. I can still use equation of equilibrium because motion is still impending. Therefore, T1 Fy summation Fy equal to 0 gives me T1C equal to W. Happy?
Yes, sir.
These are the two results that we obtained following the similar procedure. Okay, इसमें एक ही difference है. The pipe B is rotating counterclockwise. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
As the pipe B starts rotating counterclockwise, देखो, if you look at if you look at pipe A, जरा pipe A की तरफ ध्यान दो. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So if I ask you, what is the direction of frictional force that pipe A exerts on belt? तो आप क्या बोलोगे? So I will have to station the observer on pipe A. Do you agree
Yes,
with
sir.
me? Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So I have stationed the observer on pipe A. With reference to pipe A, what is the direction of impending motion of the belt? Belt is moving in clockwise direction. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So therefore, pipe A must apply a frictional force in counterclockwise direction. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, if I ask you now, what is the direction of friction exerted by pipe C on belt? So I will have to station the observer on pipe C. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
With reference to observer stationed on pipe C, the belt is moving in anti-clockwise direction. Do you agree with me?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, here also it is moving in anti-clockwise, counter-clockwise direction. No, just give me a second. I'm sorry. देखो, with reference to observer sitting on A, this belt is moving in counter-clockwise direction. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
अरे क्या चल रहा है? Sorry, I am very sorry. Impending motion is in this direction. Are you with
Yes,
me?
sir.
So therefore, the belt is moving in clockwise direction,
Yes, sir.
and therefore we were right.
Yes.
The frictional force is in this direction. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, if I look at this pipe C, belt is moving in which direction? Tell me. Bolo. Belt is moving in counterclockwise direction. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So therefore, the frictional resistance offered by pipe C on the belt must be in clockwise direction. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
हाँ. अब जरा यहाँ पे ध्यान दो. When the frictional resistance offered by pipe A was in this direction, which was T2. T2 was on the arrow side. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And T1 is on the tail side. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, अब जरा यहाँ पे ध्यान दो. When pipe C is offering clockwise resistance, frictional force on belt, where is T2? With reference to pipe C, T2 is on the arrow side. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
And T1 is on tail side of the arrow. Happy?
Yes, sir.
इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? पाइप ने बेल्ट के ऊपर जिस डायरेक्शन में फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स लगाया है, उसके एरो के साइड में T2 होगा और उसके टेल के साइड में T1 होगा. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
I am just putting the things in perspective. Now let us look at pipe B. Pipe B now, instead of being stationary like A and C, pipe B is moving in counterclockwise direction. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
ये counterclockwise direction में move हो रहा है. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now tell me, in what direction will it apply the frictional force?
Clockwise direction.
Yes. So it is going to apply the frictional force in clockwise direction. Do you agree with me?
Yes,
So
sir.
this is the direction of motion of pipe. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Direction of motion of pipe. So it is going to apply friction in clockwise sense. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So this is direction of frictional force. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
But the motion is impending in which direction? Motion is impending in clockwise direction here itself. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Now look at this. We have now a peculiar situation. Typically कैसे रहता है? If this is the locked pulley, are you with me? And you are lifting the mass W by applying the effort P, let us say. Happy?
Yes, sir.
The motion is impending in this direction. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
The frictional force will be applied in the opposite direction. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Then we say T1 is tight side and T2 is slack side. And then we write T1 upon T2 is equal to e raised to mu s beta.
Yes, sir.
But we have a peculiar situation now. The motion is in clockwise direction and the frictional force applied by pipe B on the belt is also in clockwise direction. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So therefore now I need to change the slack and tight side. Slack and tight side now will not depend only on the direction of impending motion because pipe B is moving. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So I will now have to call this as T2B and this as T1B. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Have you understood my argument? फिर से एक बार बताता हूँ. देखो, if this is the pulley and this is the effort P and this effort is trying to lift this weight W. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So impending motion is in which direction? This direction. So if I make the observer sit on this pipe with reference to this pipe, the belt is going to move in anti-clockwise direction. So pipe must offer the resistance in clockwise direction, frictional force in clockwise direction. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Now this P has to overcome W plus this frictional resistance. So therefore this becomes tight side. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Because P will be greater than W. It has to overcome W as well as this frictional resistance. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Now, so this becomes tight side and this becomes slack side. Happy?
Yes, sir.
When this pipe is stationary. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Now imagine that I start rotating the pipe in counterclockwise direction. So isn't it going to assist P?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, तो अब जरा देखो now instead of considering a stationary pipe, I say the pipe moves in counterclockwise direction. It is rotating in counterclockwise direction. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So when it rotates in counterclockwise direction, with reference to the bolt, are you with me?
Yes, sir.
In which direction is it going to offer the frictional reaction? So I will make the observer sit on the pipe. Happy?
Yes.
As the pipe is rotating in counterclockwise direction, with reference to the bolt, with reference to him, the belt is rotating in clockwise direction.
Yes.
So therefore, the resistance must be offered in counterclockwise direction. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Happy?
Yes, sir.
So therefore, which must be the slack side? This must be the slack side and this must be the tight side. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
चलो तो वही अब यहाँ पे करते हैं फिर से. You are making the observer sit on pipe. Are you with me?
Yes,
The
sir.
observer is sitting here. The pipe is moving in counterclockwise direction. Happy?
Yes, sir.
With reference to the belt. So therefore the observer will observe that the belt is moving in clockwise direction.
Yes, sir.
And therefore the resistance must be in okay. I think I wrongly marked the direction of motion of pipe. Direction of motion of pipe is given as counterclockwise, right?
Yes, sir.
So as the direction of motion of pipe is counterclockwise, the observer is sitting on the pipe. So with reference to him, the belt is moving clockwise and therefore the resistance offered must be counterclockwise. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So therefore the resistance is offered in this direction itself. And then the earlier was correct. This becomes T2, arrow के side में T2 है and arrow tail के side में T1 है. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So to be precise, let me once again repeat what I am trying to do. First of all, draw the direction of frictional force offered by pipe on the belt. How would you do that? You will make the observer sit on pipe B. With reference to pipe B, you will see how the belt is moving. As pipe B is moving in counterclockwise direction, observer sitting on pipe B will feel that the belt is moving in clockwise direction. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And then assign the frictional resistance opposite to that relative direction. So therefore, the frictional force offered by the pipe on the belt is counterclockwise. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Once you assign that, on the arrow side, there is going to be the slack side. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes. And on the tail side, there is going to be the tight side. Happy?
Yes, sir.
That's what I have written. Now, how do we go about this next? So, क्या करना है अभी बताओ?
T1A by T2A.
So, first of all, we will have to write T1. So, this was let me keep it. This was digress. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So, let us maintain this. 1 minute. This portion is not a part of a solution. I was trying to explain you. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So now, T1A upon T1 T2A. This must be equal to E raised to. Now, pipe A is stationary. Therefore, here I am going to use mu s, which is equal to 0.25. Happy?
Yes, sir.
And what is beta? Beta, we already know that this for this pipe it is pi by 2. What is the value of T2A? T2A is 50. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So can you tell me what is T1A? It will be greater than 50. Yes, go ahead.
Yes, sir. So it's 74.04.
74.04 pounds. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Now we will apply the equation to pipe B, but this is also equal to T2B. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
T2B. So T1B upon T2B. Pipe B now is moving. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So therefore, I will have to use coefficient of kinetic friction. And what is the coefficient of kinetic friction? 0.2. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And what is the value of beta? It is pi for second pipe. So now, what is T2B but? T2B is 74.04. So can you now tell me what is T1B? Mind you, you have to use 0.2 here. Yes.
Yes, sir.
What is 0.2?
138.78.
How much?
138.78.
138.78 pounds. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Then this is also equal to T2C. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So T1C upon T2C equal to, yeah, tell me, E raised to, now again mu s, because pipe C is stationary. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Into pi by 2.
Yes, sir.
And what is T2C? It is 138.7. So tell me what is the value of T1C?
205.53.
205.53. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So I hope you have understood this. Now, once let me reiterate what is important. To locate the tight side and slack side, what you need to do is you need to know what is the direction of frictional force offered by pipe on the belt. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
And then frictional force का arrow जिस direction में है, that is tight side, और tail जिस direction में है, that is slack side. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So even if the motion is impending or even if the pipe is rotating, this trick is always going to work. Happy?
Yes, sir.
तो क्या करना है आपको? You need to decide the direction of frictional force offered by a pipe on belt. जिस direction में arrow है, that side is slack side. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And the other side is tight side. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So with this, we will go to the now next problem. Can you read the problem statement for the next one?
Yes, sir. A rope ABCD is looped over two pipes as shown. Knowing that the coefficient of static friction is 0.25, determine the smallest value of the mass M for which equilibrium is possible. B. The corresponding tension in portion BC of the rope.
So what is our smallest value of M is asked? Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So that means motion is impending in which direction? Yes, go ahead, Vedant.
Sir, it's in anti-clockwise direction.
Yes, so the motion will be impending from M to 50 kg because the smallest value of M is asked.
Yes.
See, you have to do a thought experiment. As I go on reducing the value of M, there is a point when 50 there is a particular value of M for which 50 kg will start pulling M up. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And if I go on increasing the value of M, there will be a value of mass beyond which if the mass goes, then M will start pulling 50 kg up. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
But यहाँ पे smallest value पूछा है. Smallest value तभी possible होगा when 50 kg is pulling mass M up. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So therefore, we know that direction of impending motion is from M to 50 kg. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Direction of impending motion. If that is the case, quickly tell me, what should I call this as?
T1.
This is pipe B, this is pipe C. So I'm going to call this as T1 as far as pipe B is concerned. I'm going to call tension in this string as T2 as far as pipe B is concerned. But this also is T1 as far as pipe C is concerned. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
And this is T2 as far as pipe C is concerned. Happy?
Yes, sir.
These two are equal. Now, how do I get beta is the question. So let us try to find out beta for pipe B. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So this is the beta. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
This angle is 30 degree. अब जरा देखो मुझे एंगल कौन सा चाहिए. I want the angle between this horizontal and perpendicular to this line. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So what is the angle between perpendicular to this line and perpendicular to horizontal? This angle has to be 30 degree. Why?
Yes,
because angle between the lines is same as angle between the perpendiculars. देखो, this rope is along the tangent at B. It makes an angle of 30 degrees with horizontal. This radius vector is horizontal. This radius vector is perpendicular to this line. So if I draw perpendicular to horizontal, which is vertical, the angle made by this radius vector with vertical is going to be 30 degree. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So angle between the lines is same as angle between their perpendiculars. So what is the value of beta here? So beta for pipe B is going to be how much? 90 plus 30. That is 120 degrees. So isn't it 120 upon 180 into pi?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So therefore, how much is that? 2/3 of pi. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So we have calculated beta for pipe B. Now let us calculate beta for pipe C. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So this angle is 30 degree now. This is horizontal. Happy?
Yes, sir.
By similar logic, this angle is going to be 30 degree. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So what is the beta? Beta for pipe C is going to be 90 minus 30, that is 60. So 60 upon 180 by pi. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So that is nothing but 1/3 pi. किसी को इसमें कुछ डाउट है तो अभी रेस करो, आई एम रेडी टू एक्सप्लेन, बट इट्स अ ज्योमेट्री. किसी को डाउट है तो पूछो, अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ एंड आस्क. So beta for pipe C is pi by 3 and beta for pipe B is 2/3 of pi. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And now if I draw the free body diagram of this much part, what do I get? This is 50 kg. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So it is 50 into 9.81 Newton. Happy?
Yes, sir.
And this is going to be how much? T1B. So summation Fy equal to 0 is going to lead to T1B being equal to 50 into 9.81. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Chal. What is the value of, if I draw the free body diagram here? Yes, tell me. How does that free body diagram look like? This is M into 9.81. Happy?
Yes, sir.
And this is T2C. So summation Fy equal to 0 is going to give me what? T2C is equal to 9.81 M. Happy?
Yes, sir.
चल, अब T1A upon T1B upon T2B is equal to e raised to, what is mu s? Mu s is given as 0.25. 0.25. What is beta for pipe number B?
2 pi by 3.
2 pi by 3. So I will substitute beta as 2 pi by 3 here. What is the value of T1B? T1B is already known to be 50 into 9.81. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So tell me how much is T2B? T2B will be less than T1B, but in Newton. So tell me how much it is in Newton. So 50 into 9. Pardon?
290.56.
290.56. And it is in Newton.
Yes, sir.
Are you with me? Chalo. Next. But T2B is also equal to T1C. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So T1C upon T2C is equal to e raised to mu s, which is 0.25 into beta. Beta is pi by 3 for C. Happy?
Yes, sir.
But what is the value of T1C? T1C is 290.56. So can you tell me how much is T2C?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Go ahead.
Sir, it's 223.63. 223.63.
63 Newton. But this is also equal to mg. So m into 9.81. Do you agree with me? So therefore, what is the value of m? M is equal to 223.63 Newton upon 9.81 meter per second square. So it is in kg.
Yes, sir.
Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So tell me how many kgs? M is
22.79.
22.79 kg. So 22.79 kg is the smallest value of m that satisfies equilibrium. If the m goes below 22.79 kg, then m is going to start moving up and 50 kg is going to start moving down. Happy?
Yes, sir.
And corresponding tension in portion BC of the rope that we have calculated. What is the corresponding tension? That is T2B or T1C. What is the value of T2B or T1C? 290. So this is the corresponding tension in portion BC. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So this is the first answer. This is the second answer. This completes our discussion on the chapter title friction. One problem is pending. That problem now I will solve it in the next class and then we will start with cables. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So let us stop here today. You can use the same link for putting your attendance. Ensure that you are putting your attendance with the correct roll number, because roll number is the one which I will be able to see in ERP. So let us stop here. I will stop recording.